Jacob Bryant wrote on a ANC myth, page 51. Ein and N, for so it is at times expressed, signifies a fountain, and was prefixed to the names of many places, which were situated near fountains and were denominated from them. In Canaan near the ford of Jordan were some celebrated waters, which from their name appear to have been of old sacred to the sun. The name of the place was Anon, or Fountain of the Sun, the same, to which people resorted to be baptized by John. Alpha iot nu omega nu epsilon gamma gamma upsilon tau omicron upsilon sigma alpha lambda epsilon iota mu. Literally, this looks like Anon, surety of Salium. But figuratively, I suspect this is meant, the fountain of the sun, guarantor of peace. This would tie into Melchizedek being the king of peace, the pole star, whose order, the cosmos, is an eternal priesthood, like to the Son of God, the Son, but without mother, father, or genealogy. Bryant disagrees, but at no point has Bryant touched upon astrotheology other than the names of deity being derived from the sun and ascribed to everything else. Eusebius de locorum nominibus in sacra script. Einon, fons solis. Eusebius on the names of places in the Holy Scriptures. Einon, the source of the sun. According to Bryant, Salem is not from Salem, peace, but from Sal, the sun, the soul of the Latines. Salim, aquae solis. Salim, the waters of the sun. Also aquae salsi, the salt waters or waters of salvation. This may reference the Nile, or some other river, like the Tiber, where it empties into the sea. But John baptized in Anon near to Salim, because there was much water there, and they came and were baptized. St. John, c. 3, v. 23. Keep in mind that Ioannes, though written in Greek, is from a Latin mindset, thus signifying literally Ioannos, the year of the Lord, which is Io or God, Jupiter or Janus, who holds the keys to the kingdom of heaven. It is either derived from Oannes, or Oannes is derived from this. I suspect the latter. Recall that the bishops were called pisciculi, meaning little fishes. The Latin sc functions like the modern English sh, and that piscis and bishop, formerly bisip, have the same root, as well as Vishnu, who also takes the form of a fish. People make the case of this originating in Babylon or India, but the system is much more intricate, expansive, and powerful in Italy, and so I suspect this is a cover-up to support the Mosaic narrative. Bryant continued, IB, pages 51-52. Many places were styled Anate, Anabur, Anaburia, Anathon, Anapus, Anoris. Some of these were so called from their situation, others from the worship there established. The Egyptians had many subordinate deities, which they esteemed so many emanations, alpha pi omicron or omicron iota alpha iota, aporoi, from their chief god, as we learn from Iamblichus, Celis, and Porphyry. These derivatives they called fountains, and supposed them to be derived from the sun, whom they looked upon as the source of all things. Hence they formed ADHL and ADHine, the Athela and Athena of the Greeks. I disagree with the Athena etymology, as William Betham noted that Athena signifies from Tina, or Athina in Celtic. Recall that the Greek eta, though literally transliterated as e, functions like a Latin I, because Athena is based on the Etruscan Minerva, who springs from the head of Tina, the Etrusco-Phoenician Jupiter, just like Athena springs from the head of Zeus. These were two titles appropriated to the same personage, divine wisdom, who was supposed to spring from the head of her father. Wherever the Ammonian religion was propagated, names of this sort will occur, being originally given from the mode of worship established. The Ammonians dealt largely in fountain worship, that is, in the adoration of subordinate demons, which they supposed to be emanations and derivatives from their chief deity. They called them zones, intelligences, fountains, and sea. See Celis and Stanley upon the Chaldaic philosophy. Page 17. C3. It is frustrating that there is no mention of the Etruscans thus far in Bryant's work. I'm not sure how he could not notice them, unless there is an agenda. But this is why I was motivated to do this work. This omission of the obvious pervaded status quo academia, as far back as I can see, and continues till this day, and subsequently pervades the majority of content creators on streaming platforms and other video platforms such as YouTube and the like. Bryant continued, IB, pages 52-53. Hence so many places styled Anthedon, Anthemus, Ein Shemesh, and the like. The Nymphinoni, Omicron Inueta, Oinoni, was in reality a fountain, Einon, in Phrygia, and sacred to the same deity, and agreeably to this she is said to have been the daughter of the river Sabrinus. Edita de magno flumine nympha fui. I was a nymph from the great river. Ovid. Epist 5. v. 10. Some make her the daughter of Sabrinus, others of the river Xanthus. Xanthus is essentially sanctus, or saint, if looked at through the lens of a Latin mindset. The island Aegina was named Inoni and Inopia, probably from its worship, as divine wisdom sometimes expressed Athene, or Alpha Theta Nu Alpha, Athena. So at other times the terms were reversed, and a deity constituted called Innate. Temples to this goddess occur at Ecbatana in Media. Also in Mesopotamia, Persis, Armenia, and Cappadocia, where the rites of fire were particularly observed. She was not unknown among the ancient Canaanites, for a temple called Beth-Anath is mentioned in the book of Joshua. Joshua, c. 19, v. 38. Of these temples, and the Purathia there established, accounts may be seen in many parts of Strabo. Interesting to note that Anath is a poor transliteration and pronunciation, given that it is claimed Hebrew took its letters from Phoenician. Anath, as you can see for yourself, is written, which is ONT. The ion is O, which begets the Greek omicron. This might matter given that Bryant already conceded on was Helios, the sun. To dive deeper into these subjects, and the universal system of priestcraft, invest in the Spirit World series and the Real Universal Empire. Become a member to access the rest of this article.